Hey there, Zeppelin fans. I had a couple of requests to show how to play the different parts for Trampled Underfoot from Physical Graffiti. And as you can tell from listening to it, it's the same things over and over again. And it's kind of a fun one to jam along with. Because it's in G, and there's a lot of open notes, you can get into all all that kind of stuff, leaving all those notes open. So I'll play through a little bit of it and then kind of show you that. There's only just a couple of parts to it, but I'll show you how those are done. So I'll play through it and then I'll stop and show you how. Okay, you can hear that he does the riff just during that first part before he gets to this for the first time. Before he gets to that for the first time, and he's just doing the opening verse, the first verse. He plays the riff different than he plays it for the rest of the song. It's just about the same, but it starts on the 3rd fret instead of the 2nd. So in the first time through, the first verse, the main riff is played on the G and the B, those two. Those two at the 2nd and 3rd fret. But the first time through, he starts. That's it, slow. And in fact, if you see the videos like that, the one at Earl's Court in '75 and other videos, Jimmy plays the climb up with his pinky. I use my ring finger instead, but it doesn't really matter. Whatever's best for you. So the riff goes like this the first time through. It's 3rd fret on the G and the B, then 2nd, then back. Whoops. So it's 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 3rd, and then a quick one. Open G string. It's actually, once you get that down, it's actually easier to play it fast than it is to play it slow. But the first time through, it starts on the 3rd fret. Just remember that. So. And I don't know how many times it goes through it, but then it goes to the break. So that's an A sharp or B flat. A sharp. It's the same as doing this. Just the same as barring it, except since you're only playing those top 3 or 4 strings, you just play it like an F. Play your F brought all the way up to A sharp, which is the 6th fret. So go 6th fret, then 8th fret. And then it does the same as the other riff down here, except an octave higher. It starts at 14th fret and 15th fret on that same G and B string. Except in that one, you don't really have time because it's all in there, crammed in there. You don't really have time for that open G string, so it's sort of like a phantom note or beat in there. So I just do it as. See how that note in there is? It doesn't go dit 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 dit. It just goes dit 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 dit. It's hard to do it as a dit, but you don't have to play that open G note. I guess you could, but I don't. It doesn't really matter as long as you start on the right beat and end on the right one. As long as you do that at the right beat, then you're fine. So it goes through that a few more times, and each time I'm pretty sure I have to listen to it again and pay attention to it. But the rhythm of it, the flow of the song, they do 2 of these, then go all the way through the verse again and do another one of those. And I think it's the 3rd time through, or maybe the 4th time through. I have to actually listen to it. But it does 2 extra ones of that. So it goes A flat, up 2. That's an E flat, at the 11th fret, and then E sharp at the 13th fret. Remember, that's just that F chord shape, the top 4 strings of a barred chord, all the way up there, and then again. And then the only difference is, after it gets to where they're going to go into that clavinet break, it just goes on a G. That part that goes the break part. Jimmy just does a G while they do the break, then it goes back into it. There's a rhythm, you know, the one guitar goes back to the main riff, but the other one, he kind of flips on the neck pickup. So he's just going all the way up to the 15th fret, which is the octave of the G fret, all the way up to 15. And he just kind of vamps on so that's all that does, and then it goes that part leads it back into, and it goes back into the song again, and then it's the same thing over and over again. I'll show you that riff one more time, the main riff. 2nd to 3rd on the G and B strings, and then hammer on and off. That's the third. That's the A string and the D string on the 3rd and 5th frets. Same pattern on both, just 1 string above. Don't worry if you missed that open G note in between those 2 little phrases, because it doesn't matter. You got all those instruments going and all that racket going on, and that note is incidental. And that's the whole song. I mean, you can do your soloing in you know, G minor pentatonic, either way up here, or do the same thing. You know, all the sloppy. Down in the 3rd fret, you can do it in the 1st position of the G. But that's really the whole song. And if you have any trouble with it, send me an email. Good luck.